All right, hey guys, welcome to another video. Right in front of me, I have the 2019 Volkswagen GLI, the Jetta GLI. So this is the Autobahn trim. It does come fully loaded. Of course, we can see we have the sunroof. We have the GLI identified right here. This car is finished in tornado red. These headlights are some of my favorite Volkswagen headlights, and they're very simple, but at the same time, they look really, really sharp. Of course, our turn signals, if we hit the unlock button, right inside there. Very nice and aggressive look. This new Jetta is one looker, I tell you. And with the aggressive lines that go over the hood, which a lot of Volkswagen cars are doing now, I really, really like it. One thing I wish this red line kind of followed through, but again, it's not a GTI, and that's sort of a GTI trait, so they kind of had to make do with it. Of course, right here we have our badge. This comes with the adaptive cruise control, our autonomous braking, and all the safety features that this car is included with. A really, really nice look to the front. We come along to the side of the car. This is on 18-inch wheels. We have red brake calipers, and yeah, it's a nice looking wheel. I like this wheel a lot. It's certainly a nice alloy. Along the side, we have some black trim that follows through the bottom of the vehicle, similar to the GTI, along with some very aggressive lines. We have GLI written right there as well. Going along to the back, of course, this is a sedan, so it's going to be a little bit longer. However, it still looks very, very aggressive. We have GLI written right there. We have dual outlet exhaust pipes. To open the hatch, we just press this button, and it opens like so. All right, inside you'll find plenty of space. Of course, it is very long. It is also pretty deep as well. As you guys can see, there is actually a decent amount of gap. I'd say maybe 6 to 8 inches. Which is really nice. You can put a lot of stuff in here and not really worry about it not fitting. Of course, we have a nice Volkswagen Cargo, which is kind of cool, protection system. So this just goes right over the base. Our floor mats are rubber floor mats, and all the Volkswagen assistance and roadside kits and stuff. So really nice. We have our handle right back here to close. Just give it a nice swift boom, like so. So we'll jump right into the passenger side. See what kind of legroom we're working with. All right, so inside the rear of this vehicle, I will say I do have a lot of headroom. I think I would probably say 2 inches of headroom and plenty of legroom. Of course, I can slouch a little bit, and I still even have plenty of space. We have cup holders right here to accommodate any cups. And one thing we don't have compared to the GTIs, we don't have those fans. And of course, this is the Autobahn. So of course, if this vehicle doesn't have it, you won't probably find it in many others. But we do have speakers right here, our window control, another speaker, then our door. But I mean, it's a nice place to be. These seats are very supportive. They also kind of have a nice design to them as well. Definitely a more signature Jetta design as opposed to kind of the straight across like the GTI. This has more of an angle. It looks really nice. We of course have child seats. We have support for child seats as well. And yeah, it's a really, really nice place to be back here. All right, so we'll jump right into the driver's seat. And we'll check it out. So, of course, right when you jump in, you can see GLI written on the floor mat. And yeah, so right inside, you're greeted with a really big digital cockpit. Of course, we have another screen in here as well. Window control, mirror control. We have this really cool carbon fiber-like trim, of course, mixed with a gloss black, which honestly, in my opinion, looks really, really nice. The way this is set up is very driver-oriented. Everything's kind of facing you, which is awesome. I think with a car that, you know, being the GLI, it's nice to see everything facing you. Of course, with the normal Jettas, it does the same thing, but of course, it's nice to see it in the GLI as well. We don't have a privacy door like the GTI. That's not a problem though, because we can still fit plenty of stuff. And in fact, I bet you there's still more room by not having that door. We have a USB right here. We have a big, deep cargo spot with the USB. This could probably fit really anything. It's super deep. It's honestly a big spot. So that is nice to see. Of course, we have cup holders anything for change. Honestly, a phone could probably fit in here too, which is nice to see. The seats are super supportive. We'll kind of look at the passenger one for reference, but again, really, really nice. They're not as supportive, I say, as the GTI down here. The GTI probably goes a little bit higher, maybe hugs you a little more, but they also, I think they could probably accommodate more size or different size people. So again, it's kind of a win-lose for some people, but for me, I really, really like this setup. I think it's super sharp. So yeah. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll foot on the brake, press the button, and it starts up like that. So welcome to Volkswagen. This car does come with the Beats audio as the Autobahn package. If I haven't mentioned before, we have a big sunroof just like in the GTI. Of course, we are greeted with our flat bottom steering wheel. It says GLI right here. This is one of the best steering wheels, in my opinion, in any car. The one downside I will say to it not being the best, but being close to the best, is it just is not super thick. Of course, it's not a huge problem. It is very, very notchy, very accommodating for really anyone who's looking for that kind of performance car feel. Of course, we have the flat bottom as well. Our fuel gauge is right there, as well as our water temperature. This is such a nice screen. I really, really do like it. Our parking brake, engine start stop, and of course our mode selector. And we can go eco, normal, sport, custom, and then through the custom, change the steering, our drive system, front diff lock, climate control, engine sound, and we can reset it to go back to a normal setting. And yeah, so overall I think it's a really, really cool feel. Of course, put the car in sport mode, it changes even the idle sound as well, which is kind of cool. So what we'll do now is we'll put the car in normal, we'll give it a couple revs. Of course, our performance monitor is right there. Go back to this, hit sport mode. So a bit of a deeper sound. I really like the sound, honestly. It sounds really, really good. Of course, it is pumping in the engine sound, but at the same time, it does sound really, really good. So it's the best of both worlds, honestly. Something that's really nice to see is our cooled seats. You don't get that in the GTI. You just don't, and it's really cool to see in the Jetta. Of course, being the Jetta, it is cheaper than the GTI, so having more tech than the GTI and being cheaper is obviously really, really nice. Of course, we get the digital display that the GTI does not get, even at the Autobahn trim. However, you can get it with the Golf R. Obviously, our light controls are right here, and yeah, honestly, this is a really great place to be. This thing is not, the door pocket is not carpet lined, which is a little bit of a downside because things will rattle if you put them in there. It is kind of a cheaper plastic down here, but it's not terrible. Of course, you just be careful what you put in there. You do have plenty of space to put stuff in there as well, which probably won't rattle because this is carpet lined on the bottom, however, not the sides. The window sticker, this car is selling at Seacoast Volkswagen. If you guys obviously are interested in this specific car, please check them out. In Greenlee, New Hampshire, they're a great dealership. They're really, really accommodating, and yeah, so this specific car is selling right under $30,000, which honestly, for what you're getting, it's such a bargain. I honestly want to say this is a little bit better than the GTI, and maybe just because of the updated tech. I will get this thing on the road, and you guys will see a POV drive sort of my impressions, because I do own a GTI. It's right there. It is obviously very modified, but as a stock car, I can probably get a good idea of stock for stock to see which one I like more, which one, you know, suits me in certain ways. But I think this is a great car. The fuel economy is almost on par with the GTI, so it's a really, really nice setup. So again, like I mentioned before, these are all the specs. If you guys are interested in this very specific vehicle, please be sure to let Seacoast Volkswagen know. They're located in Greenlee, New Hampshire. They have plenty of other GLIs too, if you guys aren't super keen on the Tornado Red, or if you guys want a different trim. But again, yeah, so it's a great option. Please be sure to check them out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys.